We're going to start by removing all the screws that are labeled F6 on the bottom of the laptop itself. You'll notice there are actually 3 screws under the battery labeled F3. They're a little bit smaller, but these also will need to be removed. So we're going to go ahead and take those 3 screws out. And y'all will have to bear with me. This is my first instructional video. So actually using the webcam from my HP 17-inch laptop, so sorry if the quality is not exactly even mediocre. Okay. Looks like there's going to end up being about 12 screws that were labeled F6, and of course the 3 F3 labeled screws. Okay. Once we get all those screws removed, we're going to flip the laptop back over. We're going to go ahead and open it up. Now we need to go ahead and remove the keyboard so we can get the top half of the case off. You'll notice on this particular model here, it has a trim plate right above the keyboard. Under here, these are where the keyboard screws are located, so we'll need to go ahead and remove this trim. Pop that out. And as you can see, it's just a piece of plastic. It's got a few clips on the back of it. And once you get that out, I don't know if you can see that too well. Here, let me try this. There's going to be a screw right here and a screw here. Once these 2 screws are taken out, we'll go ahead and remove the keyboard assembly. Okay. Now basically, this thing has a little tab that needs to be pushed in right in the middle, and the keyboard should lift right out. Watch out, it does have a ribbon cable going to the motherboard on the underside, so we'll need to remove that. Just going to try to show you. Usually on these ribbon cables, there's always a clip on each side that you have to release before you can undo the ribbon cable. So we'll take our flathead screwdriver, we'll push this clip up, and then the other side, and that should release the ribbon cable. So you definitely don't want to pull it out without those. You'll end up messing it up. So see, as now it pulls right out. So go ahead and remove the keyboard assembly. Okay. And that's what it looks like underneath. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more screws to take out before we can remove the top half. Okay, that should be all for that. if you'll notice here, we have a ribbon cable and a power connector. So there's the ribbon cable here. There's the power connector. These will need to be undone. And the smaller ribbon cable actually has 2 more clips, so we'll need to release those like we did the other one. This one actually has a nice pull tab on it, which really comes in handy for smaller cables. Whenever reinstalling, keeps you from bending the end of the ribbon cable up or breaking the ends of it. So once you break them, they're kind of pricey to replace. So we'll go ahead and pull that little guy out. And we'll kind of do the same thing with this one. It doesn't have any clips on it, but we can still use our flathead screwdriver to push it out of its plug. We'll back this wire out. Okay. Now on these Toshibas and other Dells that I've seen, just taking the screws out doesn't always release the top half from the bottom half. It usually has clips going around the circumference of the case. So we'll actually have to pry around the case to get it to separate. Oh, well, that one's easier than the last one. There we go. We'll need to push the monitor back so that the hinge covers will clear the case of the monitor. And whenever we pull straight up, here's the top half. Set it off to the side. Okay. That's basically what we have. Now, we'll need to go ahead and remove the CD-ROM. I usually wait till after, but you can take this out before we ever make it to this point. To remove the CD-ROM, we're going to go ahead and flip it over. You see that? And there is a screw right here. This is actually the trap door for the memory. Take that screw out, pop the little trap door down, and there's a screw located right here. This should release our CD-ROM. Go ahead and take that little guy out. Okay, and once you've taken the screw out, you kind of flip it on its side, kind of give it a little push, and the CD-ROM should pop right out. There we go. There are no cables involved. Okay, now we have a much better look of the power cable we're going to replace. As you can kind of see, I'll try to give you a close look. Yeah, you can tell the sides of it are broke, so we'll go ahead and remove the power cable. Looks like one plug-in going to the motherboard. So we'll go ahead and remove the plug-in. And it should pull right out. Here's what we have. As you can see, it has little tracks on each side that seat down into the case, and you can tell the ears are broken off. So it's a good thing we went ahead and ordered one. So we're going to go ahead and seat this down. Oh yeah, You can definitely tell this one has a much better fit than the other one. See, the ears slide perfectly down into the case. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and plug the power cord back into the motherboard. Okay. And as you can see with it plugged in, that the battery light is on and the AC adapter or wall plug-in light is also on, so that's a good sign.